What is marriage? Marriage is a formal brit or agreement made between a man and a woman to become one flesh before of Yahweh for a lifetime. This is a lifetime brit that should only be broken by death. Marriage is given for companionship between a man and a woman for the fulfillment of Yahweh's purpose. Marriage is first accomplished in the spiritual realm, then in the physical realm between a man and a woman. Marriage is both a spiritual and a physical brit or agreement. The first marriage was performed by and done in the presence of our Heavenly Father, Yahweh Elohiym. He set this pattern and principle for his children to follow. Being the father of Adam, he brought the woman unto his ben or son, and she became his wife. This pattern was followed by Abraham, who was integral in choosing a wife for his ben Yitzchak. Yitzchak followed this pattern likewise. Being the father of Yaakov, he baruched him and gave him wise counsel concerning the nature of the woman he should enter into the brit of marriage with. The father usually chooses a wife suitable for his ben. This wife will help his ben to fulfill the purpose of Yahweh Elohiym. The purpose of Yahweh Elohiym supersedes every other purpose in the life of his people, as his people will always be obedient to him. The leaders in the Torah were given specific instructions of the quality of women they should enter into the brit of marriage with. It is therefore without the shadow of a doubt that righteousness is important to our Heavenly Father. It is also true that righteous men and women are important to him. It is also evident that a marriage that Yahweh Elohiym approves is pleasing in his sight. This is why he commands the man to be like him. This is why he has placed his authority in the hands of righteous men to live, operate, and function in the same way as he, our Heavenly Father, would. Yahweh Elohiym has united the first man and woman in the bond of marriage according to his Torah. He has also bestowed his supreme authority in the hands of his chosen servants to operate as he would. As he has given unto righteous men dominion over the earth, so has he given righteous men the authority to seal or to revoke, to bind or to loose, to cancel or to establish. For the establishment of the first marriage, Yahweh Elohiym stood as the faithful and true witness. He stood also as the supreme authority to enact the first marriage. He stood as the spiritual covering for mankind. He stood as the authority and solemnized the first marriage. This authority and responsibility had he given to his chosen servants throughout the ages, which they exercised with great conviction and dedication. These chosen servants are ordained by him to perform such ceremonies. Now we have seen that from the beginning of man's existence, marriages of his people were solemnized in the name and authority Yahweh Elohiym. The name Yahweh Elohiym invokes barakah upon his servants who continue in the bond of marriage and obedience to all his instructions. Marriage between a man and a woman in the Torah gives the only legal covering and consent for sexual activities between a man and a woman. Through sexual activities between a man and his wife, the command to procreate is fulfilled. This is the clear, precise, faithfully expressed mind, will, and intent of Yahweh Elohiym, our Heavenly Father. In summary, both man and woman must first know of Yahweh and are living within the guidelines and dictates of his Torah. Furthermore, a woman should not be given into marriage to a man who does not have an intimate relationship with our Heavenly Father. Any man who does not know the Torah of Yahweh Elohiym is not fit for marriage. Both the man and the woman who intend to be married to each other must be first spiritually matured. Both the man and the woman who intend to be married to each other must be first spiritually prepared for marriage. Yahweh Elohiym's approval is given when both the man and the woman to be married is for the accomplishment of his purpose. Both the man and the woman will be joined together in marriage by appointed servants of Yahweh Elohiym, as only in their hands exists this authority. Being married to each other, the marriage will be consummated through sexual intercourse between the man and his wife. With his wife being a virgin, the blood from her hymen is used to seal this marriage brit or agreement between both of them. The importance of a female's virginity will be taught at another time. Through sexual intercourse, both the man and his wife continues to fulfill the Torah by producing righteous children unto Yahweh Elohiym. It is recorded in the Torah that procreation began after Adam and his wife were joined to each other in the bond of marriage. Any deviation from the established principles and standards of Yahweh Elohiym brings automatic consequences. This fact is irrefutable. Here we can see clearly that righteous men, women, and children are important to Yahweh. He cemented this truth in his words for us to pattern, observe, and live. He established the first family. The family begins with him. The family begins with the man. Unless we see and appreciate the importance of a righteous man, we will never appreciate nor understand the purpose of the family. Since we now understand the man's purpose, who is the strength of his family, let's now take a look at the family. I am Mosheh, Shaliach of Qahal Yahweh. Shalom Aleichem.